Hi everyone, it's Tom here from Sex. Welcome to the 2021 Game Bias Guide of the top games for Xbox One. Watch on to see if your favourite made our list. With a huge scale and a truly staggering amount of quests, collectibles and leveling up, Fallout 4 is a game that will consume your life in the best possible way. This richly designed post-apocalyptic wasteland is just bursting with content, not to mention improved gunplay and combat mechanics since the critically acclaimed Fallout 3. It's not just a great game, it is simply essential. Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain is an action-adventure game that sees you play as Big Boss, the leader of a private army who splits their time between taking out high-profile targets and recruiting members to their growing ranks. Balancing gritty realism with sci-fi silliness, it's a pulse-raising experience, and a game like no other. What do I mean by that? Well, put it this way. You'll never look at a cardboard box without suspicion ever again. You know, it just isn't a gaming best-of list without keeping a spot saved for Skyrim, and for very good reason. This fantasy epic sees you forge your own story in a magical realm, chock full of dungeons to plunder, dragons to slay, and arrows to take to the knee. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. The living, breathing world of Tamriel is an absolute beauty on Xbox One, and still looks, feels, and plays as good as ever. A chef's kiss level masterpiece. Mwah! Come on, how could we not include a game that's tagline is literally rip and tear? Of course Doom Eternal was gonna make the list. Armed with a shoulder-mounted flamethrower, a wrist-mounted blade, and a whole heap of upgraded guns and abilities, the demonic invasion of Earth will be no match for you. The action comes thick and fast as hordes of bloodthirsty demons come at you from every angle. Be prepared for a whole lot of gore as you fire up your chainsaw and become an unstoppable army of one. Halo needs no introduction. It just is an Xbox without Master Chief. Beautifully remastered, this must-own collection bundles together one of gaming's most beloved legacies, and it's truly momentous. Being able to experience the original Halo games with stunning updated visuals is a feast of delights for any gamer, and with new content added regularly, this is a package that just keeps on giving. Oh my. The undisputed best racing game on Xbox One, Forza Horizon 4's unique selling point is the phenomenally dynamic weather systems within its gorgeously realised open world. It keeps players on their toes as they have to prepare for all kinds of weather conditions. Such a simple addition to such a crowded subgenre makes it the finest racing game available today. And with over 450 cars to collect and many miles of land to explore, this is the only racing game you'll need to buy. Based on the original 1998 PlayStation release, this updated version of Resident Evil 2 completely rebuilt the game from the ground up, transporting us back to that fateful night in the Raccoon City police station. Breathtakingly photorealistic visuals and stunning lighting effects create an intense, atmospheric, and cinematic experience that makes the scares all the more impactful. This is how you do a re-release, and reminds us why the Resident Evil franchise is absolutely the leader of the pack in the horror genre. Set in a staggeringly huge and equally gorgeous world, The Witcher 3 is widely considered one of the finest games of all time. A masterclass of design, storytelling, and combat, you control iconic hero Geralt of Rivia as you embark on a thrilling main story, not to mention endless side quests, each of which is packed with enough excitement to rival most games' main narratives. But if you want a real challenge, can you play this role-playing game without whistling that damn toss a coin to your Witcher song? Because I can't, and now it's in my head. Oh, next entry please. What do you get if you take Grand Theft Auto and put it in the Old West? Why, you get Red Dead Redemption 2, of course. As Arthur Morgan, you and your outlaw family have to survive in a society on the fringes of the wilderness, and it's up to you if you want to be the anti-hero or a downright villain. One of the biggest and most immersive games around, prepare to get lost in a magical world and engrossing story. I've also been contractually obligated to end this segment by saying, Yeehaw, partners! Any game that tops the best of list for at least 2 console generations has to be something pretty special, and GTA 5 is just that. Featuring 3 connecting stories of crooks making a living in the sun-soaked city of Los Santos, you can expect the healthy dose of driving, running, shooting and heisting that the Grand Theft Auto series does so well. And that's not to mention the ever-growing GTA Online suite that keeps you playing long after the main campaign wraps up. This isn't just one of the best Xbox One games, but arguably the greatest game to date. And that's a wrap on the top 10 Xbox One games you should be playing today. Remember, you can save more on everything Xbox when you trade in your old games, phones and gadgets at Sex. See how much you could get at WeBuy.com.